and welcome everyone to another episode of Fey Fitness. Today I thought I would show you a great total body exercise that you can do with resistance bands to incorporate into your workouts the next time you're doing a workout, say at home or at the gym. So for the resistance bands, we're going to divide the body into upper and lower body and kind of focus on what the upper body is doing, and then we can switch to the lower body. You want a resistance band of any elasticity or strength that you want. So go ahead and pick whatever works best for you. And the main thing I want you to remember is that when you're holding the resistance bands, your hands are going to be about shoulder width or a little more narrow, because you do want some nice tug on those resistance bands. From there, the second thing I want you to do is make sure that the arms are nice and straight. A lot of people start to get this kind of drastic bend in the elbow, especially when they get tired. So I want you to try to remember to keep the arms as straight as possible. For this particular exercise, we'll start by holding the arms up overhead, and they are just going to be pulling apart as wide as you can. Again, my shoulders are down and back in the sockets, and I'm opening my arms just wide out to the side while they're nice and straight, trying not to bend those arms as I pull apart. So that would be great for the upper body. It's going to work our arms, our shoulders, and our back. An extra little thing you can do if you want to get the sides of our core involved is when the arms are nice and wide, give a side bend. And so that's just going to activate our obliques and our abdominal muscles to really get you an extra little oomph out of your workout. So again, you can do both sides. I always like to pull and rotate just to get that little extra balance and functional mobility into it. But if that's a little too much coordination for you, you can always pull the arms wide and then side bend over, bring the arms back together, pull apart, and then side bend to the other side. The other thing to remember is when you are side bending, you want to bend sideways like you're in between two panes of glass. You don't want to hinge forward or lean backwards as you're side bending. Again, we just want to keep the spine in good alignment and really get those deep muscles of our abdominals. So that's what your upper body is going to be doing. Now let's talk about what the lower body's doing. So as the arms are pulling apart, I want you to come down into a squat as low as you can go with good form. There's a couple different ways to do this. You can just do a normal squat where both feet are about hips width apart, toes pointed forwards, the same direction as you're looking. Or you could go into a sumo squat where I externally rotate the toes towards opposite walls. So this is part of what I've done. The extra little bit that I've done as a part of this video that you're about to see is I've come up on my toes. So I'm really hitting those balance, functional mobility aspects of the workout, because this is for my own personal workout. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. It increases the intensity. So basically what's going to happen is you'll have your resistance bands between your hands. As you pull the arms wide, sink into that deep squat. And that way you're getting total body, upper body and lower body active at the same time. And then again, as I mentioned, if you wanted to, you could incorporate that side bend in as well. So now that we've covered the basics, let's hop over to some video of me performing this, and I'll kind of walk you through what's happening. So as you can see, I am at my local studio with a resistance band. I believe this brand is called TheraBand. And I have grasped hold of those bands at about shoulder width, maybe a little bit more narrow. My arms are straight up overhead. And as I squat down in this nice sumo squat on my tippy toes, I am pulling those bands apart as wide as I can. And again, for me, I'm also incorporating this nice side bend over because I really want to get into the obliques and the core a little bit more to really make this a total body from head to toe where everything is getting engaged and active. Be sure to do both sides though, because you have two sides to your core, left and right. So we want to side bend to the left, come up, and then side bend to the right. And there you have it, everyone. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave comments down below. Otherwise, let's hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all my new content. And until then, I will see you next week with another Fey Fitness video. So until then, bye guys.